What is going on, people? Anthony Williams coming at you with another video, another success principle. I am happy to be alive today, and I know you are, because you're viewing this video, you're trying to receive new information, and today I am going to bring you the information that you are seeking. Okay, so let's just get right into it. Today I want to talk about paradigms and a paradigm shift, having a paradigm shift and creating a paradigm shift in your own reality. Okay, so what is a paradigm? Let's just start with the definition of what an actual paradigm is. Okay, so a paradigm is a perceived set of habits, images, or actions that you have in your subconscious mind. Okay, and you perceive your reality according to those paradigms. Okay, so the first time I ever heard about these paradigms and paradigm shifts was in the book by Stephen R. Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Okay, that's the first time I heard about paradigms and paradigm shifts. And he shares a situation in that book where he talks about where he had his own paradigm shift to where he was on a train and the train was peaceful and quiet. You know, everybody, people was reading the newspaper, people was just sitting there relaxing, head back, relaxing. And they stopped at a stop at the train station, and a family got on the train. And, the kids started running around, messing with people, making a whole bunch of noise and all this other stuff. And the guy that was sitting there that brought the kids with the train with him, was just sitting back and just totally not paying attention to what the kids were doing. Okay, and Stephen R. Covey, he started looking around and he started, being annoyed by this situation, by this man, sitting up there with kids and letting kids come onto the train and disturb everybody and make all this noise. So Stephen R. Covey, literally, approached the guy and was like, everybody, you came on the train, your kids are causing disturbance. Can you please talk to them to, calm them down or whatever else like that? And, that irritation that he felt towards the man because he wasn't handling the situation as far as with his kids automatically switched because of the fact that with what the man actually proceeded to tell him. He said, well, yeah, I just came from the hospital and, my wife just passed away. And from that actual information that he drew, his paradigm totally shifted. As opposed to being annoyed and, I guess upset with the man for not handling the situation, he's seen the situation in a different light. So Stephen R. Covey's total paradigm shift according to that situation, and automatically a feeling of, remorse, basically a feeling of regret, a feeling of love flowed out to this man because of his situation. So that brings me to the point of a paradigm shift. And how exactly can we actually create these paradigm shifts in our own reality? Okay? Having a paradigm and having a paradigm shift is sometimes good, if it is getting us the results that we want in life. But a lot of times the paradigms that we have are not getting us the results that we want in life. So therefore we need a paradigm shift. And to create a paradigm shift, okay, we have to be aware and to actually have information. As it just said in, the example I went over with Stephen R. Covey, that the information totally changed his paradigm. So that's the first step, to be aware and to actually draw in new information in order to create that paradigm shift according to the situation, which flows from us naturally because of, what we are and who we are. Okay? So to create a paradigm shift is definitely deals with new information and awareness. Okay? And being able to be aware and have new information in your environment in order to see your environment as it is, not how you perceive it to be. A lot of us do that as we get older. We perceive situations, we perceive people according to what we think, and we're not seeing it according to the reality of what actually is. So let's focus on that today. Let's question all of the paradigms that come into our minds, that come into our reality. Let's question and see, is that true according to our environment, according to the results that we want in life? And if it's not, then we need to receive more information. And we need to be in self-remembering of ourselves in order to change that paradigm. So, go out today, check your paradigms, and create new realities. Talk soon.